What's up, everybody? I was rushing. Trying to make sure that I had everything together that I needed. We had some folks that were in here really, really early, like over 2 hours early. And then we have the overworked gardener, Keith Winslet, Thomas Farmoki, making lemonade from lemons, Commander Bacon, Davis Family Farm, Hempstead Humor. Hey, Johnny. Overworked gardener. Hello. I feel like I've been hanging out with you all day today. We've been in a lot of different lives together, which is awesome because you get to hang out with Hempsteaders all day long. So nothing wrong with that. How's everybody doing? I feel like there's been a lot of storms all over the country today, or the last day or two. Well, they had the Haskins had and actually took pictures of, or took a video of a live tornado. Food Forest Permaculture, hello. J-Love Adventures, Naturally NC, Rebecca Nichols. And then Mama Z's Texas Kitchen had a huge storm just blow through like an hour ago. Two Family had their live at 5 and it had to end abruptly because they lost connection. So we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds or something here today. I'm always worried stuff's gonna fall on my house. Brian Lowe's, hey, how are you? Wiccan Chickens, what's up? Thank you for coming in for that. I appreciate that. I'm curious whether Donald's going to hop in or not. Getting ready for bed? Yeah. Donald will get home at like midnight. But today's is Friday, so we have Friday and Saturday to do all of our weekend stuff. Which is going to be, we got a load of mulch yesterday and unloaded it today. We hauled some logs down to where we're putting the hugelkultur bed. We're going to get another load tomorrow. Theoretically, our local township isn't open on Fridays, but we're curious whether that or not they leave the gate open. They probably don't, but we're going to drive by and see anyway, because you can just load your own mulch for free because we're in the township. So there's also another guy down the road who owns a tree farm, and it's like $5 a truck bed load. If we wanted to do that, we could go get a load that way. I'm trying to think. A lot of the logs that we have currently are pine because they're trees that we fed the goats for. They love pine needles. And I'm trying to decide, and it might just be through putting in hay and wood chips, and maybe Food Forest Permaculture can help me out with this one. I don't want the area of the hugelkultur to be too acidic because we are using initially a lot of pine. We're going to get some other trees too. It's not just going to be pine, but we do have some that are pine. I don't know if there's like certain things I can do to help add nitrogen, because I'd rather it to be more balanced than that. Hi, Tim from Ridge Life. How are you? What are you at now? 2,000 yet? Are you close? Samson Farms coming to troll. Monday's going to be interesting because I plan to be live like 8 hours because it's my birthday. I'm just going to open up Zoom. I'm going to let people pop in and out on the live all day long. Donald will be here for some of it. And then I think I'm going to set up like some Cards Against Humanity that you can play live. Or, I don't know, like play games with people. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't figured this out yet. I can't go anywhere. I'm turning 40, so we're just going to go live and see what happens. Hi, Robin from Big Bear Homestead. I had to think for a second. Was I saying it right? Papa Z, I see you popped in there. It's actually windy still here. So it hasn't affected our internet or electricity yet. I'm hoping that it doesn't. There is an online way to play Cards Against Humanity, D. I'm just saying. Are you working Monday? Maybe 30? I wish. Have you seen all these gray hairs? There's definitely 40s in there. I don't feel like I've been alive for 40 years, though. Exploding kittens? Yes, that would be fun, too. Sweet. We're going to play it. So, naturally, NC and I are definitely playing some Cards Against Humanity. We're going to do it. Wood ash, biochar. I have lots of wood ash. Beans and radish. Yeah, I think we'll definitely put some radishes in there. Beans. I'm not going to have a trellis over there, but maybe I could do some bush beans. I could do that over there. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite games to play Ridge Life is Munchkin. You ever play Munchkin? I have the Conan version of it, and it's a lot of fun. You went down 1991. I finally got over 600, and then I lost a bunch, and then I got a bunch. So, peas are nitrogen fixer. Awesome. I'll have to try that out. So maybe some bush beans. I want to plant potatoes over there. I'm trying to figure out where to plant my potatoes this year. We haven't planted potatoes in a couple of years, but given the situation and how calorie dense potatoes are during a pandemic, it seems like a good idea. So I have a lot of seed potatoes that go in the ground. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, I was actually talking with some of my homesteader friends. A lot of the moderators here, actually I think all the moderators here, I have on Marco. So we video chat all day long, every day. They're helping me decide what kind of cake to bake. I was going to try to order one, but I think I'm going to bake one. And I haven't decided what I'm going to bake. I'm not a big baker. So maybe like a red velvet. It's my favorite cake. But I also saw a carrot cake with pecan icing recipe, and that sounds really good. Tanks, Critters, and Urban Homesteading. Hello. I love that name. I'm going to have to check your channel out. Maniac Grammy's Homestead. Hello. Did I miss anybody else? Rebecca Nichols. I think I got everybody. So I was checking out a book that I've had for a while, and I forgot I had it, which I actually have a video coming out either tomorrow and probably Saturday. I have a video coming out of an app review that I'm doing for a library program. And it's going to help me, one, not buy duplicate books, but also keep track of my library. But this was the book that I was looking at. It's The Complete Medicinal Herbal. And it's really well done as far as like the sections on each herb. They actually show you legit photos of the different components of the herb. And it gives historical reference to the herb. It gives what properties can be used from what part, what the applications are, and even some of the old manuscripts from 1500s, 1600s, where they were first referenced, or maybe not first referenced, but at least referenced, because garlic's what, 4,000, 5,000 years old. We've been using that. Is Mama Z in? Yay, Mama Z, and the Mindful Homestead. Welcome, you guys. I'm just geeking out a little bit about herbs. So I was reading this today because one of the things I want to do is because I'm on blood thinners, my dad's on different medications. I don't know how available medications are going to be for a while. I'm growing a medicinal herb garden this year, and it had a section here on ideas for an herbal first aid kit and what to put in it. And I thought this was actually a really good idea. I'm thinking about trying to put something like this together for not only myself, like a field kit, and of course one to keep here at the house, but like making one and selling it to people that need one. Of course, most homesteaders, you guys are going to have all this stuff anyway. But I think it still would be a good idea to have something like this available for people that want a more natural way to have a first aid kit. Some of the stuff in here is really cool, like a marigold cream. Basically, it's an antiseptic and an antifungal, useful for all sorts of like cuts and scrapes and things. So that's something that I would put in there. It suggests arnica tablets for shock. Like if you see someone that has, I don't want to say like a domestic issue and they're in shock or something like that. But if it takes it in 30-minute intervals, it helps them calm down from the shock. So things like that I think would be really good in an herbal kit. So I think this is going to be a good reference book to get started. Can I show the front again? Yes. It is The Complete Medicinal Herbal by Penelope Ody, O-D-Y. I'm not sure how long I've had this book. It's been quite a few years. I would probably say I've had this book for like 15 to 20 years. Actually, let me see when it was published. 1993. And it has a foreword by Mark Blumenthal, who is the executive director of the American Botanical Council, or was at the time of publishing. Let me see what I'm missing in the chat. You have that book? Maniac Grammy? Awesome. Yeah, I was going to do a little bit. See, I'm big on citations. And it's because I've done, for those of you who don't know, I'm ordained clergy. And when I took my clergy training, they're very big on citations because you want to make sure that the information that you're studying is legit and not. What Donald and I are finding as we're doing more research on composting and permaculture and stuff, like you can have 75% of people think this way and 25% of people think this way. But this 75%, maybe 10% of them are all just, or maybe not 10%, we'll say more like maybe 80% of that 70% are just regurgitating the stuff that other people have said. So for me, finding people that have legit herbal information is hard. I have one book. I think it's upstairs. Maybe. Anyway, the book said that, and I mentioned this in one of my other lives, that cayenne pepper can be used as an anticoagulant, which is something I'm looking at for a medicinal perspective for myself. But it can also be used as a coagulant. And from what I understand from Naturally NC, there are some herbs that once they can break through that blood barrier and adjust accordingly based on that cell or whatever, whereas synthetic medications can't really break through that. They just are on the outer part of the cell and working from there. So, but this is the only book I've seen that talks about cayenne as a blood coagulant and anticoagulant both. So I don't want to just take that guy's word for it. I have to get the book, remember where I put it, and see if I can do research on that. What else have I missed? I want all the herbs. Yeah, I want all the herbs too. I've had some herb seeds, like evening primrose oil, that I've had for like 8 years. I don't know whether they're going to grow. I threw everything that was old in pots this year. And I was like, I'm just going to see what comes of it because it's stuff that I don't have anymore. And I just need to get new seeds. Food force from the culture. Oh, Walterman's here. Hey, Walterman Homestead. Spread sugar over the Hugel mound several times in spring and you will grow more microbes, and microbe are your workers. Yes, Donald is big on the microbes. So I didn't know about the sugar, but I'll reference that to him. I was hoping he'd be on tonight. He'd be a good part of this discussion too. Happy Quack Farms, hello. We were talking about herbal medicine. Walterman says, yes, my mom uses kind of stop bleeding on a deep cut. I feel like that would hurt, but I could see it working. So one of the things that I got to research, and I did read the cayenne. They do have a cayenne section in this book. It doesn't mention anything about coagulation. It does talk about how it helps the circulatory system because it warms up your body and stuff like that. I just had to find more references to it because I don't want to. I mean, there's other anticoagulants. The NIH website, the National Institute of Health, I was looking at their website and they listed 3 herbs. I'll see if I can find the link that they say through their research are the top anticoagulants. And the second one in their list was oregano oil. And I do have a lot of that, and I'm growing a lot of oregano. So I'll at least have that. Hey, Broussard Homestead, thank you for stopping by. I know you guys will be going live at 9, so we will definitely do our copper kettle raid afterwards. But I'm really liking this in-between time slot because it's right, like it's slightly overlaps Garden for Cheap and slightly overlaps Broussard, but it works out a little better, I think. So I'm very happy with it. Manuka honey, yes, I do want to do. See, we wanted to do bees this year, but then all this stuff happened and the bee classes got canceled because we couldn't meet anymore. They were in March. And the guy that, I don't even know if he's going to get the bees anymore. He goes down to Georgia and buys bees that we can buy and then place that back. So I don't know whether we'll get bees this year. I still hope we can. But my thought process, because Manuka is a very, what is it? It's like native to New Zealand or something. And I'm sure it's got tropical properties that we just can't handle here in Pennsylvania. But if I got like a plant or two and just brought it inside, maybe. It's the same with vanilla. I kind of want a vanilla tree, but it won't grow here naturally. I would have to bring it inside every year. But I'm willing to do that if I can do that. But Manuka honey has got like what the best antibacterial properties ever, from what I understand. Happy Quack says we've been meaning to catch y'all for a while. It's hard to catch everyone's live. It really is. And I don't expect everyone to come to mind for sure. And I can't make everybody else. I missed making lemonade from lemons the other day because Donald took off. And Samson Farms, I missed his. And I never miss either one of theirs. But Donald, because they're trying to prevent overtime, he gets off every couple of Tuesdays now as well. And he was off. So we had things that we just had to try to shove into that time frame. But thank you for coming. It's great. Rebecca says medicine bags are going to be necessary. Yes. I have one for my goats, but I don't have one for humans, and I need one. All the chemical poisons in the ground, yeah. I think our ground is fairly safe from chemical poisons because no one ever planted in our garden area before. The previous owners of this house were an older couple, and they had died, so it was actually an estate sale, but they never had a garden over there. It was just lawn. Now, that doesn't mean that they didn't put, like, insecticides or something or lawn chemicals on it. But we've been processing that land for 12 years now, so I'm hoping it's mostly okay. And actually, when we dug up the land, we are 2 doors down from a Confederate Civil War hospital because, again, I'm in Gettysburg, so everything here is Civil War. And we found a horseshoe, and I have it hanging up on my wall that we found in the ground. I think it's a Civil War horseshoe, which is kind of cool. What else? I'm missing a lot. Goodness. J Love says I bought seeds for 14 medicinal herbs this year, and I discovered a couple medicinal uses for things I've been growing. Yeah, I've actually there's a couple weeds that I'm going to look at, and Broke Urban Farmer did a video actually I think it might have came out this morning about dead nettle, and he was harvesting it to make teas out of because it's an edible wild herb, and we have tons of it around here. But I found a recipe. And I'm going to try to make it and see how it works, but it's for using it as a salve. And I forget what the properties were for, but I will do a video when I do that. So wild foraging is something I really want to get into this year as well. Making lemonade says, I have lots that I need to look at into anaphylaxis. Yes. If there's something natural you can use if we can't get meds. I'll actually keep an eye out for that as well. Donald told me he was allergic to bees, but he doesn't ever remember being allergic to bees. It's just what his parents told him. So we're not sure if he actually is. But I think I would want to keep something like that around anyway, just in case. Happy Quack says we have a 7-year-old hive here in one of our trailers. Need to put out swarm catchers this year. What is a swarm catcher? I'm interested. Natural NC says family medicine nurses. Yes. Naturally NC and Davis Family Farms, I have to give them props. They are frontline nurses, and they're dealing with the public. And actually, I think one of them actually had a client pass today in the parking lot. Like, I can't give them enough applause for the work that they do and enough respect for the work that they're doing. Tinker's wife, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Food Forest says, you might like our soil playlist, cross-sectional diagram of Hugel Mound and Pat Way soil bank building that is fast soil making. Yes, I will check that out, and I'll send Donald that way. Donald's actually putting together a video on composting because he does wastewater, so he's big into like the science behind microbes and other nerdy words I don't remember off the top of my head. So he wants to incorporate a lot of that into our farm. So I think that'd be good. My wife is good at foraging. Does your wife do videos on foraging, Commander Bacon? Because I would love to. There's got to be foraging channels out there. I'm going to start reaching out to foraging channels and see what I can learn from them. You have one severely allergic to ants, so I need to know what to do. Yeah, my dad's medicine, I'm trying to remember what all he's got going on. COPD, AFib. I actually found out when I was in the hospital in October with the double pulmonary embolisms in my lungs, my heart went into AFib for a while during the hospital visit. Oddly enough, I was in the hospital for like a week, and I was so disgusted because I couldn't wash my hair that I told my husband, I was like, you gotta, like, I want to put my head in the sink and you're gonna have to wash my hair for me. I can't stand it anymore. So he did, and my heart rate went up to like 180, but it pushed me out of AFib. So I stopped being an AFib. But I've noticed, I've had a couple, they put me on a heart monitor, and I've had a couple incidents where I feel my heart palpitating, but they couldn't really find much when they had the heart monitor on. I've noticed drinking coffee. I think caffeine is making my heart go into palpitations. So I'm thinking I can't do coffee anymore. So I'm going to do like this dandelion chicory blend instead that's caffeine free. I'm thinking of mixing a certain dose with water and drink it quickly. Have an online meeting in 5 minutes. Sorry to run. Well, thank you for stopping by, Tanks and Critter. You might have left by now. I'm still catching up on the chat, but I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to check out your channel after this. You're making swarm traps and new hives. Did I miss Happy Quack talking about the swarm traps? Because I was really interested in that. Oh, here we go. A hive active in spring. You put out swarm catcher, and the young queens will move in with their drones and establish your own hive, and you move it to boxes, and you've got a new hive for free. I would love to see that in action. Samson Farm says he needs to get some lemongrass essential oil to try to draw in a swarm. Never heard of that, but that sounds cool. Is there someone speaking at HOA on foraging? Walterman says. That's a good question. I wonder if that's Eustace from Painted Turtle. I've always wanted to go visit his area down there. It could be. I'll have to check that out. What else am I missing? Sulzanic Legend, hello. Props to all central and frontline workers. My brother is an ER doctor. Oh, man. I can't even imagine. Caffeine can do that, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to not drink coffee anymore. Not that I was a big coffee drinker to begin with, but in the wintertime, I like having a hot drink. And I didn't want to do a lot of sugar with hot chocolate, because obviously hot chocolate is superior. Food Forest says they have a forage playlist you might like. Go like a lot slower, and coffee and onions will make you nervous. Onions? Really? Gosh, you guys are educating me so much tonight. This is great. No caffeine, not even supposed to do Dr. Pepper. I don't do sodas anymore, but yeah, caffeine will be hard. It'll be hard to get rid of. Natural NC, there was a man from Alabama this year. I can't remember his name. That's how I learned about rabbit tobacco. Well, rabbit tobacco. Wait, what's in rabbit tobacco? The reason I asked that is because I used to do sweat lodges with a lot of Lakota, and they didn't use buffalo feces in their peace pipes when we were doing the sweats, but I'm always curious to see what kind of things people come up with to smoke in the peace pipes. So Susan Gacci, that's why she had to quit drinking coffee. Yeah, my dad drinks decaf now, so I could switch to decaf, but I'm not married to the flavor of coffee. I just want something warm, so tea could work. Ben at VW Family Farm has videos on storm catching and a trap he uses. Ooh, thanks, Tinker's wife. That's going to be. What if we got any swarms back in the woods behind us? We've got like a couple 100 acres behind us, but I don't know. She Moved Mountains, hello. Farmer's Kind of Life. There's my girl right there, Amy. I have a couple books from the Amish that has home and natural remedies. I might have to get some titles from you, Rebecca. We're talking herbs for all the new folks that have come in, because I was showing off this book, and I'll show it off again. The Complete Medicinal Herbal. It's a book from 1993 by Penelope Odie, and it has really good like pictures and shows different properties based on the different parts of each plant. But it also had this cool idea in here that I want to try out for an herbal. Let me see if I can find it real quick. First aid kit. And I'm really interested in creating something like that. Mostly because with everything going on, I don't know if there's going to be medicine shortages or anything like that. And because I'm on blood thinners, so I'm researching different anticoagulants, but it was this herbal first aid kit. That was really cool. It talks about different things you can have in there. Arnica tablets, marigold salve for cuts and scrapes and things like that. So there's some really good ideas in here for that. I'm still catching up. It's hard to choose. Please be careful with all the natural herbs and potential remedies you use. Yeah, I do have a cardiologist, and I also have a integrative health practitioner. That's one of my best friends here locally. So I'm going to talk to her before I do anything major. JNC's Oregon Homestead, hello. Oh. Happy early birthday. Oh, thanks. Young one. I don't know. Fish and loaves. Thank you. 40 doesn't feel young. My knee joints do not feel young at all. Dandy Blend. Yes, that's the stuff that I tried before, and I really like it. It tastes like coffee. And of course, dandelion has great properties to help with your liver. I forget what else was in it, but I actually have it on my Amazon shopping cart. I might do an order tonight, but it was really good. Dandy Blend, it's a weed, wild weed. It helps with respiratory issues. Okay. April birthdays are the best. Are you an April birthday, Amy? Water with fresh lemon in it. Yeah, I do like water with lemon. I have to go make dinner, raw veggies, free range chicken. No problem. That sounds like a good dinner. I actually made a kind of a ghetto chicken curry. I had a chicken carcass I needed to pick clean and some frozen vegetables I needed to use up. So I just made a curry out of it. Turned out pretty good. Tequila helps me. That much might be a DK book. DK, what's that mean? DK book. Folgers in my veins and a well-fermented liver. Oh, wow. I'm really behind on the chat here. Hold on. Let me see if I can catch up. Hot lemon water. I actually made another batch of hibiscus tea. Did you guys see on my Instagram, if one of my moderators want to post our Instagram, or even the link to the particular Instagram post, we made hibiscus tea for the first time. I made a huge big gallon thing, and hibiscus has a lot of good properties too. It actually helps with weight loss even. And it's definitely kind of suppressed my appetite a little bit, but it was so good. Now I just want to grow a ton of hibiscus. I could drink that. That's like my favorite drink now, hibiscus tea. And we just sweetened it with honey because it is kind of bitter. That looks like an amazing book. Yay. Ryan Tatos, hey, Daniel. Adams, Eden Farm, hello. Got dark enough. The mosquitoes chased me out. Yeah, the wind chased me out. It was bad today. You want to do an herbalism program? Me too, Dee. Let's do one together. Let's figure out one. I have a friend that did one. I'm going to find out which one she took. Let's see if we can do one. Davis Family Farm says, my grandpa tells stories of a lady on the farm who would go get honey from dead tree stumps. One night she went and got the honey, and the next morning the bees came and took it back. How did they take it back? I'm curious. You're a baby. My birthday was the first. Weirdest birthday ever. I guess 40. I mean, yeah. 40. It was Sunny's place. Hey. Your birthday is a week from mine on the 20th. Awesome. Happy early birthday. Thank you. I will be having a live on Monday for my birthday, but it's going to be like, theoretically, I'm going to do it all day long so people can pop in and out whenever. We'll see if that actually happens. Keep telling Tempe she never has a birthday, so just born April Fools. You're so funny. You're on blood thinners, heart, blood pressure, and chemo. I'm supposed to be getting off heart meth in 6 months. I did keto, Rebecca, and I really enjoyed it, and I lost good weight with it. But for me, I used to get really bad leg cramps on it. Like, I would bawl. They were so painful. And I tried, like, I took magnesium drops and everything to keep my electrolytes, and I just couldn't deal with it. So I don't know if I'm going to try it again. We might just go straight paleo or something. DK is the publisher, yes. I just looked on the back. Dorling Kindersley. Hopefully that's a good publisher. I don't know. The Hobby Farm, hello. Thank you for coming by. Heaven Essentials, hello. I'm still trying to keep up. All right, I think I'm caught up on the comments. The bees would take the honey back if you leave it outside. Really? I've never heard of that. That's hilarious. That'd be weird to watch. Someone should film that. They're a pretty good publisher. Awesome. There is a daughter and mother close to me that grow herbs and other plants. You didn't lose a single pound on keto. I did. I lost like 40 pounds on keto. It did really well for me. But I can't deal with the leg cramps because it would happen in the middle of the night and Donna would have to rub my legs and I'm just falling. And yeah, I don't want to go through that regularly at all. Heaven Essential says, happy birthday. Thank you. I wish I could have done like a party. I actually wanted to go to medieval times for my birthday. And maybe go out for Indian food because it's my favorite kind of food. But I'm just going to bake myself a cake and maybe I can convince Donald to make me dinner. Because he made, for Valentine's Day, like the first year we were together, he made my favorite dish of all time. It was so good I licked the pan, and it was chicken tikka masala. If he could do that again, that would be awesome. And then I'll just bake myself a cake. I'm still trying to decide on a cake, though. So I found a recipe for a carrot cake with a pecan icing. That sounds really good. But I also really love red velvet cake. It's my favorite cake ever. I'm trying to decide what kind of cake to make. But I have to decide tonight because I have a grocery pickup tomorrow. So if I need to get ingredients, tomorrow's the last time I can do it. Unless I actually want to go in the store, which I don't. I learned that after code today, just how out of shape I actually am. So I've got to get my life together. Well, I say we team up and do that together because Donald and I have been using pitchforks the last couple of days and I can feel it in my shoulders. We went and did a load of wood chips yesterday. We unloaded a load of wood chips today. And then I've been using big clippers, tree clippers, cutting limbs off of trees to use in the 𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙀 culture. So my shoulders, like I'm going to be Arnie soon, I think. Was someone asking about keto? Oh, 𝙒𝘃𝙀, okay. Chocolate cake with peanut butter icing sounds good too. Boston cream pie sounds good. I used to when I used to eat donuts, which I don't anymore. Boston cream donuts were my favorite. But I don't eat donuts anymore, so. Amanda's all singing the birthday song with the usually out of key voices and lots of love. That would be awesome. Cinnamon crumb cake sounds good too. Running on my PC while in Broussard's on my phone. Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. I actually probably should put Broussard's on my phone too. But it'll be hard to pay attention and I don't want to miss anything. Did you poke Donald with the pitchfork? You know, I should have. He actually got enough punishment today. I had made this hot curry dish that we were eating. And we were in here watching like Price is Right or something while we were eating lunch. And Court was sitting next to him. And Court panics whenever like the mail truck goes by or UPS. He goes crazy. So he leapt off Donald and punched him in the balls and made him spill the hot curry down his front. So he got hit pretty well today. We'll just leave it at that. The favorite here on the farm is chocolate mousse icing on chocolate cake. Oh, that sounds really good. The pulse hole diggers about killed me. Yeah, I bet they would. Mississippi mud pie is good. Donald's grandmother makes a really good Mississippi mud pie. Apple spice cake with maple caramel frosting. What are you doing to me? That sounds so good. Make donuts here at home every Sunday. You know, I would like to try a homemade donut. I bet they're really good. And to give you some love too. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. Oh, there is Donald. You see his emoji, guys? Or his avatar? It's perfect for him. And that's Donald. That's the other half of Copper Kettle Farms, by the way. That's its downfall. Yeah, I don't know 𝙎𝙬𝙄𝙇𝙀, but I am thinking about getting into doTERRA, not like full on, but to have access to. I realized as I've been making all this homemade stuff lately, laundry detergent, dish soap, and I've got a toothache that I'm maintaining with Tylenol right now, but I can't get to the dentist to figure out what's going on with it. I think it's one that they filled last year. I think it's going to have to get pulled or something, but there's some days I'm just waking up in excruciating pain. I'm good right now. I don't feel it, but I wish I had clove oil on hand, and Natural NC is probably going to help me figure out how I can get involved with doTERRA a little bit and just have access to that kind of stuff. Plus, I'd like to make soaps and shampoos and things. Cake and wine until Monday. Then we get our crap together. Yes. We'll do a little, we could do our own marker group that's like the Fluffy Girl Motivational Group. What was the, Donald, what was the word that someone was saying the other day about, it was a nice way to call someone fat. It was in a book. It was in, I know what book it was in because we were watching Outlander. By the way, Outlander, one of my favorite shows of all time. I have not read the books yet, but I was gifted some of them. And then I found this one in the library, but they were talking about Jocasta. What would they call her? I don't think they called her very nutritious, but it was something like, I don't know if I can find it. I don't want to be looking at a book while I'm on my live, though. Pancake mix, really. You know, I just put out a video yesterday on making homemade pancake mix. Well, homemade Bisquick, I should say, because Dad uses that regularly to make pancakes. Happy Quack says, I think Chris at Homesteading the Hard Way got the brunt of all the homesteading wives this week. Darlene ran him over with a truck by accident. She posted, like ran over his body with the truck. I'm so fluffy. Yeah, we're all fluffy. Yeah, I figured, I think I remember you saying you didn't like fluffy. That's why I was trying to find this other word. You're making me have to look this up, Donald. I don't know if I can find it. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. But it was an interesting way to say that a woman was, it might have been well-nourished. I think it was well-nourished. They called her well-nourished. Yeah, Esther. Esther is, for those of you that are new to my channel, Donald and I name our bellies. We've named them. And we want to evict these names. So his belly is named Franklin and mine is Esther. And Esther's got to go. So. Well-nourished, I think was the word. So we are well-nourished. And I would like to be not as well-nourished, lesser nourished. You liked the show until they diverted from the books. I haven't read the book, so I don't have that perspective, but I do want to go back and read them. I've got the first 3, I think, that were gifted to me by someone local. And then I found this one at, I think this is book 5 at the Mission. So I still have to get book 4, and I don't know how many books there are, to be honest. I haven't read any of them yet. Fluffy, not stuffy. Young Living has non-GMO oil for internal use and moles than doTERRA. doTERRA is just better at marketing. Marketing does make a difference. Actually, it's just the soda, but same results. Yeah, if anybody's on Marco or wants to be on Marco, I'm voluptuous. I like that word too, but I feel like I'm over voluptuous. Let me know. You can, if you want to just follow us on Instagram or Facebook, and if one of my mods want to post a link to either of those or both of those, if you send me like a private message, I'll send you my cell phone number, and that's how you connect on Marco. And it's like video texting for those that aren't familiar with it, but a lot of the homesteaders are using it to keep in regular contact. So you can be a part of our group where we're trying to get our lives together and help make each other accountable. I guess he told her to hit the brake and she hit the clutch by accident. Oh, wow. Yeah, obese is a bad word. And it's got such negative connotations to it. Like, even people that are larger, well-nourished, a lot of them are very healthy. Like when I originally started having weight issues, I went to a heart doctor and he said, you have a stone cold normal heart. There is nothing wrong with your heart. And I'm like, oh, it's not the case now, but I'm also older, so. Happy Quack says, I love my belly. It's well earned. I spent most of my life freaking out about my looks. Now I have a farm and freak out about important things. That's a good perspective to have. My issue with our bellies and Donald's issue with his belly is it also makes certain things uncomfortable. When we were building the chicken coop, bending over in certain angles was less comfortable, and it can hurt your back in certain angles. So for us, it's also a health issue. But yeah, there's my Facebook. Feel free to like us on Facebook. Send us a personal message. I'll send you my cell phone number, and you can Marco me. You're clinically too healthy to be as big as you are. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Well-fed or well-nourished. Yeah. You're a Marco user, Mimsys. Anna got me started. Yeah, I don't have her on Marco yet. I do have Teresa on Stringfield Ridge Farm, who I Marco with regularly. Big Bear Homestead, Naturally MC, Davis Family Farms, Two Family Homestead, Mama's East Texas Kitchen, J Love Adventures, Samson Farms, all of them. Actually, all my mods here I Marco with regularly. Simply Jan. You're gravitationally challenged. Voluptuous makes it sound like it's in all the right places. You know, I wish it was. There's some certain places that have overcompensated. Stop name dropping. You know what? I'm about to boot you, Donald. Don't make me boot you. Tennessee Whiskey. Oh, I would love to sing that song. I do love that song. I got to find food, but we'll leave you running. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. I should learn Tennessee Whiskey. I really like that song. And I sing it with Donald regularly. Well, Donald tries to sing it. Just throw that out there. You're part of the damn channel. You and Dad are probably the stars of the channel, to be quite honest. I don't know. How many of you watched our video, the April vlog that we put out a couple days ago, where Dad tried fire cider for the first time? He's freaking hilarious. If you guys didn't see it, definitely, even if you skip through it, if you don't want to watch it, because we do dispatch a raccoon in that video. Dad trying the fire cider is worth it, because his response, what he says, I just lost it. I need to have Dad on the channel more. I'm trying to think of what to play. I tell you what, you guys, when I play you guys live music on these lives, YouTube hits me with a copyright claim every time. So none of my lives will be monetized when I play on them, which is fine because I'm not monetized right now anyway, so I don't really care. And nobody really goes back and watches old lives, so I'm not really worried about these lives not being monetized anyway. Let me find my musics. Yeah, Dad needs to be on the channel more, I think. I just got to get him on the channel more. He does. I keep telling Dad, you could be an internet sensation, but we'll see. Play some Credence. Everybody likes Credence, right? I love Credence. Yes, I talked to Amy on Marco too. She's amazing. Her channel is amazing. I'd be happy to Marco with you anytime, Sonny, so you just let me know. I could do Every Rose Has Its Thorn if I could remember the lyrics. Yeah, CCR. I like CCR. It was actually one of the first bands I learned how to play because it's like 3 or 4 chords, so it was very easy. So Marco is a program on your phone. This little bottom, you can't really see it, icon here. When you click on it, you've got different groups that you can Marco with. So the My Family group is one that was started by and you guys are actually live on it now, talking to all of the friends. This one's got 2 family, J Love, Naturally NC, but we're all live with them right now, sending them a video. And what they can do is send a video back. So now it's done, it's sent. It's just like a text message, but it's video. So they can technically respond if they wanted, but I'm afraid some of them sassy individuals might say something inappropriate. Yeah, Sunny's Place I like a lot too. I think I've even been to one of her lives. I might be mixing that up. I'm not sure. Oh, Jen did respond to it. I'm not going to open that up. Of course, Jen wouldn't say anything inappropriate. I know Jen. If you guys have not checked out Davis Family Farm, Jen is, she's pretty awesome. You waved back? Thanks. Met myself a coming around the county welfare line. I was feeling strung out, hung out on the line. Saw myself going well down to Orange June. And all I want, yeah, all I want is to write myself a tune. Wrote a song for everyone. Wrote a song for truth, yeah. Wrote a song for everyone. And I couldn't even talk to you. Got myself arrested and wound me up in jail. Richmond bound to blow up, communications failed. And if you see the answer, now's the time to say that all I want, yeah, all I want is to get you down to pray. I wrote a song for everyone. Wrote a song for truth, yeah. Wrote a song for everyone. And I couldn't even talk talk to you. Saw the people standing, well, 1,000 years in chains. Somebody said it's different now, but look, it's just the same. Pharaoh spin the message round and round the truth. Well, they could have saved 1 million people. How can I tell you? I write a song for everyone. I write a song for Truthville. I write a song for everyone. And I couldn't even talk to you. I like that song because it talks about, you know, how we were all slaves back in the ancient times of the pharaohs, and it ain't much different now. And it's true. Trying to find your lighter. You know, there's an app for that. I used to do that at concerts and stuff. Just hold up my phone with the lighter. I was reading your comment while I was singing there, Fishes and Loaves. You said another channel sings for tips to counterbalance that not being monetized. Oh, $10 in super chats. If I ever get monetized, which probably won't be for a while, I think as a goal, so a bunch of us are going to HOA, but I don't know whether HOA is happening. But I still kind of had HOA as a goal by October-ish, mid-October, of trying to get monetized, or at least hitting my 1,000 subs. And I don't know if I'll hit my hours. I'm at like 882 hours now, I think. So it's going to be a while. Actually, Farmer's Life, if you're still on, what are your hours? How many hours you need? Because I know you hit your 1,000. Thanks, Keith. Simply Southern Roots. Hey. You need the fire. I was actually supposed to go camping, not this weekend, but next weekend. I always go camping with a bunch of friends for my birthday. And this is the first year since 2005 that I've missed it. So, well, they had to cancel it. So. Yeah, right now I've been working on trying to get Samson Farms hours. I think he's probably at like 640 that he needs before he gets monetized. So I've been running him. I posted in the small YouTube homesteaders group on Facebook for other people, and they say they're running him. So the goal is to get him his monetization, and then I'm going to work on Amy, I think, getting her hours in and making lemonade from lemons. Will be hitting 1,000 soon because she just hit 900 this week. So a lot of channels are going to be running. Sunny's Place. Do I know any Bonnie Raitt? I do not, although I do like her voice. You're hoping to get 300 by the end of summer. What are you at now, Overworked Gardener? You need 200 hours to get to 4,000. So close. So maybe I should run you too. I'm going to have all these channels running. You have 634 hours. We'll get you there. Will Donald and your dad be at the birthday bash? They'll be here. So I could probably get them on the Zoom occasionally throughout the day. I mean, honestly, I plan to leave it up on my computer, probably over on the dining room table. And we'll come in and out. We'll play some games. I'll play some music. And then I'm going to also join from my phone while we're outside, possibly, and see how things go. I just have no idea what I'm going to do. I do want to play some Cards Against Humanity. Whatever online games there are out there. I know that'll be a popular one, I think. And Big Bear Homestead. I don't know if you guys watched their live on Saturday. They did a shout out to me on Saturday because my goal was to get to 600 by my birthday. And last Saturday, he's like, let's just do it now. And he got me to 600 for my birthday last Saturday. That was really cool. It's muddy here. Do you still have snow, Amy? Because your weather is hateful and angry. I feel like you just constantly get snow. You're just hoping to eventually make 500. What are you at now, D? Because we should be able to get you to 500. No problem. Have I learned free falling yet? No. You know what's weird is I feel like I haven't had time because I'm still have a ton of work for my business to do. And then now I'm like, well, now it's our busy time in the garden. So we've been doing all this planting and preparing, and I feel like I'm busier on quarantine than without. 483, 218. 483. That's really close. I feel like we could get you to 500. Now I might not be able to do it on my channel tonight because I think everybody here is already subscribed to you, but I'm gonna poke that bear for you. Snowed a few times today, but then the sun would come out and melt it all. You can get snow through May. Wow. Yeah, Donald's essential, but like I feel like we're doing all this home baking now, so I made like laundry detergent, dish soap, cooking a lot more meals in the day. I still gotta bake my cake for my birthday. Just trying to decide if I'm gonna do a channel on what I'm gonna do. Yeah, ours is kind of a mix. Like originally it was just gonna be homestead stuff, but then I started doing recipe stuff because I didn't always have something homesteady to do, especially over the wintertime. And then the second we started doing our channel, we got back from HOA. I got inspired. I'm like, all right, let's do a video. We did a video, and then I went in the hospital. And so I had to go down for 2 weeks. And then I was limited on what I could do because the blood clots took a long time, or take months sometimes to absorb. So I had to wait, and I was out of breath all the time while I was waiting for the blood clots to absorb. So we didn't do a lot of it in the winter. So then that came the recipe videos. What kind of stuff do you like to do, Rebecca? We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. We both lie close together and lay, feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? The words not come out right. I tried not to hurt you, and I tried. I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Very busy at work, and then my kids are being homeschooled now. Oh, goodness. I feel bad for all the parents. I'm working on a week on, week off. Yeah, I remember that. You started your channel right after HOA? Yeah, that's kind of what we did too. All these people that were at HOA, we talked to a couple people, but we were very low-key at HOA because we were so new. And I feel like I missed out on everybody. Like, I didn't meet D. I didn't meet Big Bear. I didn't meet anybody. I did talk to Joel Salatin a little bit there, though. And a lot of times you can just do a vlog about your life and stuff. Like, I've always had people tell me, you should have a sitcom the way your life goes sometimes. I'm like, yeah. So now I got my own sitcom. It's just on YouTube. Yeah, I hovered a lot around that same area, 𝙒𝘋 Homestead. It takes a lot to hit certain plateaus and break through them, I think. Thanks, Keith. will we all meet this year at HOA? Because I know a lot of us are staying in the same hotel on purpose. Yeah, 3 dryers. Since January, we've gone through 3 dryers. Then my house catches on fire. Then I have a rabid raccoon in my freaking yard. Even if he wasn't rabid, he was literally 10 foot from me, trying to grab one of my chickens right in front of me. And I'm sitting there barefoot, and I'm like, well, this isn't good. Donald went and got the gun. What was that, a couple days ago, over the weekend? I tell you what, I posted about it on Facebook. I've got like 1,700 friends on Facebook from all spectrums of ethical, political, and religious beliefs. And I had some people that were not happy that I killed that raccoon, or that we killed that raccoon. Donald's the one that shot it. And I'm like, I could either let an animal die that is providing a service on my farm, or I can kill the animal that's trying to kill it, who will come back and kill other animals on my farm. Like there's a logistical separation behind this argument here. I tell you what, Donald is a very good shot, because we went to a gathering up in the Poconos in Pennsylvania a couple years ago, and they had a whole bunch of like military guys were at the same gathering, and they had a rifle shooting contest. He got first place, and a lot of Marines, I think, were kind of pissed about it. But yeah, that thread was weird. I left it up, but she blocked me, so I can't respond to her comment on my Facebook. How do you know it was rabid? Ugh. And then people are like, well, raccoons come out in the daytime. I understand that. I understand that sometimes they do. But I can tell you what, majority of them don't. And I can tell you another thing. I've been a farmer for 40 years now, or will be 40 years. Like, I grew up on a farm, and I've never, ever seen a raccoon in the daylight. Not once. So, no, it doesn't happen all the time. And it was not scared of me at all. And we had a raccoon that killed like 27 of our fowl in 2 weeks. No, I'm not going to leave it alone. And I don't care that it has babies, because then the babies are going to grow up and try to eat my animals too. And the babies are going to get shot. Yeah. What about the nest of babies that left behind? Little Garden Big Dreams, hey there. Oh, we're at 9:30. This one went quick, guys. You guys want any other songs, or should we go ahead? We probably should go ahead and close it up so we can go attack the Broussard's channel with the Copper Kettle raid. Is our rooster issue video pull out with it? I will check that out. I got to catch up on your videos anyway, Tim. So there's a lot of videos I got to try to catch up on for folks. Raccoon barbecue. Honestly, if I ever caught a raccoon and killed it, and I was sure it wasn't rabid, I would just feed it to my chickens as payback. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. Before I go, I'm going to go ahead and shout out Naturally NC, because she's so close to hitting 500. I always shout out someone during my live to see if we can get them a couple extra subs. Naturally NC is a channel that is actually run by 2 different people, Jessica and Dee. Dee's the one I talk to regularly, but Jessica's a sweetheart. They're both sweethearts. These Southern women are sweethearts, let me tell you. Very educational. They're like the sweet potato queens. So if you want to check out a new channel, subscribe to her and see if we can get them closer to their next milestone. It would be awesome. And I talk to her every day. She's one of my best friends. So everybody take care. I will see you Monday, all day live for my birthday, turning 40. No idea what's going to happen. We're just going to try it out. I don't know many people that are doing it. Maybe it'll get in the news. There's some 40-year-old woman that's celebrating online. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to throw it out to some news channels and see what happens. But I will see you guys Monday, hopefully. If not, next Thursday, 8:30, we'll be here. Everybody have a good time. Stay safe. Peace out.